One woman's love is unstable but much more authentic and real, while an older woman's love is stable but far more conditional. One burns hot, the other burns only if the contract is good. One follows you because dominance and submission because he highlights one of biology's cruelest laws, which is when a man shapes a woman, he loves her more. But when a woman shapes a man, she stops loving him. You see, gentlemen, when a man trains a woman with his influence rather than force, he's building his ideal. He leads her into his vision. She becomes more feminine under his structure, and he becomes more devoted because she reflects him. This is leadership with love and direction, and women will completely and wholly submit to this. But when a woman trains a man, she's doing something unnatural. She's reversing polarity. She wants to lead what she is designed to follow. And when she succeeds, she kills her own attraction to him. She'll say she wants a soft and sensitive man, but then despise him when he cries in front of her, as she should. She'll say she wants emotional connection, but then she'll throw up in her mouth when he actually shows emotional connection. When a man knows what he wants, he leads. When a woman thinks she knows what she wants, she misleads. One creates order, the other creates confusion. That's not cruelty, guys. That's design. A man's love deepens with a woman's submission, but a woman's love dies with a man's submission. Because the truth is that women want to admire a man, not adjust him. She doesn't want to mold her leader. She wants to melt for him. And this is why relationships collapse, guys. Men stop leading and then women start compensating. This flips the polarity. And once a woman feels like she's teaching you how to be a man, she can't unsee it. Her respect disappears. Her desire evaporates. And before you know it, she's out the door. So this cruel yet accurate biological law is very simple. The man must remain the sculptor while the woman remains the clay that willingly forms. If that offends her, then she wasn't built for polarity. And if this confuses you, then you weren't built for leadership. When you build her, you bind her. When she builds you, she breaks you. That's the difference between leading with clarity and being led by confusion. So let's do some quick math here. Men fall deeper in love when she adapts to him, while women become colder if he adapts to her. Your leadership multiplies her love while your submission destroys it. That's nature, folks. It's uncomfortable, but it's also fun. You think men value virginal women more than anything else in the world? Simple. Because a woman no man has touched is one of the biggest flexes a man can have. This is why Akash was so bold and brazen and confident when talking trash to Fresh and Fit. Unfortunately for him, his wife had a higher body count than a Black Ops Navy SEAL before she met him, and he's clearly paying the price for that now, but I digress. In a world full of she belongs to the streets, if you manage to pull a woman untouched by a man, that's not only a rarity, that is currency. You see, men don't brag about the body counts of their women. They brag about standards. They brag about a clean past, a clean slate, a clean conscience. Because every man knows the truth, and that truth is that purity isn't oppression like feminists would have you believe. No, purity is value. That's why the same women who like to scream slut-shaming go definitely silent when an actual good girl flashes that 5-carat engagement ring. And women know the truth too. This is why they hide their body counts like it's classified CIA intel. Because deep down, they all know a woman untouched is top tier. You can call this insecurity, you can call it misogyny, you can call it whatever helps you sleep at night. None of that changes male preference. But ladies, you need to understand that men don't see virginity as perfection. No, it's about discipline. It's about temperance. It's about self-respect, impulse control, the kinds of qualities that are rare even in men. A woman untouched is a major flex because it shows she respected herself before she even met you. That's loyalty in advance, gentlemen, and this is powerful. Girls are all the time squawking, body count doesn't matter. If that were the case, then why aren't men lining up ran through? Yeah, I didn't think so. Having a woman that no man has known biblically doesn't make you old-fashioned. It makes you selective. A man of standards. A man with options. A man who can choose. In a generation where everyone's been shared, exclusivity is the new luxury. And if you had it, then fucking flex it. Because it doesn't matter how big your bank account is, guys. It doesn't matter how many supercars you have or how awesome your private jet is. A virginal woman is the most valuable commodity a man can ever acquire in his life. The biggest downfall a man can have is when he gets rich and starts messing with women who weren't there when he couldn't afford to pay attention. Guys like Neon, Destiny, and Akash come to mind immediately. Sam Frank ran circles around Neon, who still carries a torch for her. Melina left Destiny for a man who wears a dress. And Jazleen is currently doing her level best that everyone knows what an idiot Akash was for believing she was a virgin when they got together. These guys, like most men, forget the silent truth, which is that loyalty is born in famine, not the feast. And so many of these guys make the egregious mistake of throwing away the woman who was his ride or die when he was broke for a woman who only showed up after he became worth showing up for. These new women don't love you, gentlemen. They love the life you've built. They love the lifestyle, not the scars that created it. You were never her type when you were broke. Think Travis Hunter before Liana found out he was a football star destined to be a first-round draft pick in the NFL. Funny how he magically became her soulmate after he started being mentioned as a Heisman Trophy candidate, right? The hard truth is that men often forget that the woman who suffered with them is the one who will bleed for them when times are tough. Most women today will vanish the second your lifestyle dips even 5% and sometimes even less than that. Because a woman who starved with you is extremely valuable because she chose you you when it made absolutely no logical sense. That's loyalty you can't buy, fake, or replace. Unfortunately, most men trade that commodity for a prettier face. Men like this forget the law of the game, which is that any woman who joins you at the top will never respect the climb. She didn't sweat for it. She didn't sacrifice for it. She didn't bleed for it. She just showed up when you were at or near the top. And the funny thing is that you'll see a lot of them brag about how they've been with him since the start, like he was his day one. Gentlemen, never upgrade the woman who never upgraded you. Eat with the one who held the pot when there was nothing in it. Live with the one who was with you when you lived in a tiny studio in the bad part of town. There's an old saying that goes, dance with the one who brung you, which means staying loyal to those who stayed loyal to you. The woman who starved with you, she deserves to be at the table when you can afford lobster and Wagyu steaks and caviar. The woman who arrives late, she deserves to wait in line for the scraps. Choose like a king, gentlemen, not like the truth nobody wants to admit. Loving a woman more than she loves you, that's like bleeding next to a shark. And we have so many clueless men calling this romance. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, women don't smell cologne. They smell weakness. And the hard truth is that when you tell her you die for her, she stops living for you. The polarity dies, the attraction dies, and worst of all, the respect dies. Women fall in love up, guys, not down, not sideways, up. If she feels like she's above you, you're done. Love bombing her doesn't make her loyal. It makes her bored. And a bored woman is a dangerous woman to both herself and her man. Because as we all know, a dangerous woman ruins men. A man loving too hard isn't romantic. It's stupidity. Why? Because he's unarmed. He's food to her. Men these days think love is currency, while women think love is luxury. If you give it away too cheap, she'll treat you like she got you at the dollar store. If you love her more, she'll test you more. She'll push you more. She'll disrespect you more. A woman only loves deeply when she fears losing you, not when she knows you'd burn your whole life down for her. So control your love the way she controls her ego. Because if you don't, you will end up drowning, worshiping someone who wouldn't even swim with you. And sharks do not pet understanding, because the truth is that a woman between the ages of 18 and 25 doesn't decide attraction. She simply responds to it. There's no checklist. There's no criteria. There's no what's his salary. Her biology decides for her. If she wants you, you'll see it in her eyes before she even realizes why she wants you. There's no is his career stable. There's no is he husband material. There's no calculated angle or hidden agenda. It's just pure polarity, raw arousal. Her body betrays her logic because she wants the man, not the resume. But all that changes with time and bad decisions. Because with enough heartbreak, after enough games, after enough chaos, that instinct dies. The world teaches her strategy. Her feelings get replaced with filter. Her desire becomes management, which means she stops falling in love and starts optimizing it. All of a sudden, raw attraction goes from I want to bang him to what does he bring to the table? What kind of lifestyle can he provide for me? Is he useful? How can I extrapolate resources out of him for the least amount of effort? To her, love becomes a negotiation tactic. Her carnal desires get replaced with economics. After 25, most women don't fall in love. They select love like a job offer. Before, it was who excites me. But after a certain age, it's who upgrades my lifestyle. She goes from I want him to, yeah, he makes sense. Now, this isn't evil or nefarious, but it's not attraction either, and the difference is simple. A young woman's love is unstable, but much more authentic and real, while an older woman's love is stable, but far more conditional. One burns hot, the other burns only if the contract is good. One follows you because she feels it, the other follows you because she benefits from it. And that is why men chase youth. And older women like to shame men and characterize this preference as PDF philia. But what they don't understand is that men prefer young women not just because of age, but because of authenticity. They're not chasing 18 to 23. No, what they're really chasing is the last phase of unfiltered desire before trauma rewrites it, ego edits it, and fear negotiates it. And that's the truth nobody wants to admit. Young women love with instinct, while older women love with intention. One is honest, the other is edited, and everything that's edited loses its purity. Men don't crave young women. No, we crave the uncorrupted attraction, the kind of attraction that isn't programmed or filtered or transactional, the kind that existed before love became a business deal, back before desire was a pulse and not just many times over a year. When a woman hates you, she wants to bang you. If she hates you enough, she's already fantasized about sleeping with you. And I know this makes absolutely zero logical sense to you guys because you're men, but this is how it is. Men hate with distance while women hate with obsession. And the reason for this is that a woman's hatred is never clean. It's never pure. It's never rational. That's why there's always a sexual undertone lurking beneath the rage. The man she truly quote unquote hates, she dreams about him pinning her down and pounding her senseless. She ain't thinking about the good guy. She ain't thinking about the simp. No, she's thinking about the man she can't control, the man who cannot be tamed. She doesn't fantasize about nice. She's fantasized about the man who made her ego bleed. She's not fighting you. She's fighting the fact that she'd let you smash. Female hate is twisted, guys. It really is. It's emotional, it's neurotic, it's irrational. And don't try to make sense of it, guys, because you never will. Because the simple truth is that female desire isn't logical. logical. It is simply chemical warfare between what the world tells her is real love and her biology. If she quote unquote hates you with a passion, I can guarantee you that she has already imagined banging you. This is another ugly truth that women will deny until their last breath. And a very sad truth about dating in 2025 is that you should always expect a woman to betray you. No, it shouldn't be like this, but that's how it is. But women don't betray you because they're terrible people. It's because their loyalty belongs to their feelings. Because the second she feels different, she's gone. If her motion shifts, you're a stranger. You think she left because you messed up? Nah, player. She left because the fantasy expired. You could no longer deliver that high she got addicted to. Women don't love you, gentlemen. They love the version of you they created with their emotions. And when that feeling dies, so does their loyalty. I say all the time that men who are angry with women simply do not understand them. All the black pill guys, MGTOW Dictionary, Rich Cooper, Destiny, Neon, and now Akash are all pissed off at women because they simply do not understand how they operate. A man who truly understands female nature never gets angry at a woman for being a woman. You don't get mad at fire for being hot, do you? You don't get pissed off at wolves for hunting, right? So if you're Captain Red Pill and claim to know everything there is to know about women, then why are you constantly pissed off at them? You see, gentlemen, anger comes from expectation, but understanding comes from acceptance. And the man who sees reality cannot be broken by it. A woman will lie when it benefits her. A woman will love when it serves her. A woman will leave when it suits her. And a woman will return if no better option exists. Clueless men, black pill guys, weak men, they all like to scream betrayal. But men who understand women, we just smirk because we saw it coming. We didn't get mad at Melina, did we? What about San Frank? Jasleen, anybody? Of course not. We knew exactly what they would do because we understand them better than Destiny, Neon, and Akash. Guys like us know that loyalty is conditional. We know that forever has an expiration date. We know that her words mean nothing without action and circumstance. This is why men like us don't crash out. We observe, we adapt, and we win. Never hate a woman for her nature, gentlemen. Hate yourself for expecting her to be something she's not. A lion doesn't complain when a deer runs away, right? Of course not. He just hunts another one down. Way too many men are losing their peace out here fighting reality. We see it all around us every day. We see it online. We see it in our everyday lives. Hell, we even see it in our friends and families' lives. At this point, there's no excuse anymore. Men who refuse to open their eyes and acknowledge what's been staring them right in the face their whole lives, those are the men who are angry. Destiny is angry because he doesn't understand how his poly relationship blew up in his face. Akash is angry because he realizes Myron was right about his wife. And Rich Cooper is angry because despite being wealthy, women still don't respect him. But then they want to chastise us for telling them uncomfortable truths? Guys, don't be a Rich Cooper. Be rich in your red pill knowledge and awareness. Don't be an Akash. Be aware of what modern women are capable of. Don't be the kind of man that loses patience because of lack of understanding. Be the kind of man who never loses sleep because you know that you can either love women or understand them, but you can rarely pissed off at me for keeping it real. I'm sorry. You thought being her safe space would win her love? Think again, my guy. The only thing you're gonna win is disrespect. Yeah, she cries to you. She vents to you. She dumps all her problems on you. Then, after she sucks you emotionally dry, she moves to the next man who excites her. You're her therapist. He's her lover. You give her comfort. He gives her chaos. And guess who she respects more? You see, gentlemen, being her quote-unquote safe space, that's just another word for friend zone. You get the tears, he gets the sex. And when she finally wants to settle down, she'll come crawling back to you, but only after giving her best ears to men who never gave a damn about her outside of the 3 holes they plundered, without a condom. The prize that comes with being her safe space isn't love, it's humiliation. Stop being her emotional tampon and start not giving a damn about her feelings. Only then will she actually respect. Women don't really heal after breakups. Instead, they become performers on the internet and hope that you're the audience. And she does this to rub salt in the wound. So after the breakup, she'll go straight to Instagram. First thing she'll post is a mirror picture, which is really just her showing off her boobs, which features massive cleavage, which is the point of the whole picture. She probably won't be wearing a bra, and the caption will say something like, just got some new earrings. Then she'll post a gym picture, which is really a booty picture. Perfecting my squat form. She'll post pictures of nights out with her friends. It's giving new me energy. But she's not healing, gentlemen. She's performing. It's not coincidence. It's strategy. Every caption, every picture, every pose, all of that is specifically designed to live rent-free in your mind. She wants you to see it. She wants you to overthink it. She wants you to replay it. She wants you to question if you were ever enough, because attention, that's her revenge, and validation is her closure. Men, on the other hand, we don't perform. Instead, we grieve in silence. We think inward. We don't post to prove anything. We rebuild. We don't need the noise. We face face that pain head on. And this, among other things, is why breakups hit men a lot harder, at least at first, because we actually feel it. We can't distract ourselves from a breakup no matter how hard we try. But here's the twist. When a man stays silent long enough, her act starts to collapse. The dopamine fades, the mask slips, and suddenly she's the one watching you. She expected a reaction, but you disappeared, and nothing hurts a performer more than an audience that walks away. Remember, gentlemen, silence is more powerful than any Instagram story she could ever post. Signs of women who destroy men without even trying. And most of the time, women don't ruin men on purpose. I know that's hard to hear, and I know you probably don't believe me, but it's true. A lot of them ruin men because of their innate nature. Her environment is unstable. Her mind is chaotic. Her heart is unanchored, meaning she's always single even when she's in a relationship. But believe it or not, the most dangerous woman isn't the cheater. The most dangerous woman is the inconsistent woman. The woman who loves you today and has no idea who you are tomorrow. You see, cheaters break you quickly, but inconsistent girls break you slowly. These girls destroy men without even trying because they just don't know what they want. And when a woman doesn't know what she wants, she takes down every man who tries to give it to her. She's only affectionate when she's bored. She's cold when she's distracted. She's sweet when she needs you and distant when she doesn't. The reason inconsistent girl destroys men is because she has no emotional stability. She has no self-awareness, no accountability, no boundaries, and worst of all, no loyalty to herself. And a woman who isn't loyal to herself can never be loyal to a man. When you tangle with these kinds of girls, you'll think you're the problem. You'll think she's stressed. You'll think you need to try harder. She is simply incapable of stable connection. The inconsistent girl destroys men because men try to fix her. But after a while, you'll start to see that she rubs off on you. Her chaos becomes your personality. Her instability becomes your anxiety. And the very worst part is that she moves on very quickly because she never bonded deeply, only temporarily. You gave her everything. All she gave you is empty phases. The inconsistent girl is especially dangerous because she never heals. She will pass her wounds to every man she touches until someone finally refuses. Talking about equality, but in dating, equality is a con, guys. As far as women are concerned, equality means you pay for dinner while she owes you nothing. Equality means you stay loyal, but she gets to keep her guy friends on standby. Equality means you bleed for her safety while she screams, "I don't need a man." Equality means your ambition is toxic while hers is empowering. Equality means she blows her 20s on chaos, then sells herself as wife material when she's 36. This isn't equality, gentlemen. This is robbery. Men buy the dream while women cash the checks. Wake up, gentlemen. The game isn't equal. The game is rigged. Because if you play by their rules, you will lose every single time. Before a woman truly respects you, she is going to test you. She'll test your confidence. She'll test your patience. She'll test your power. She'll ignore a message. She'll say something disrespectful. She'll flirt with someone in front of you. Now, as a side note, if she does any of these things, you are automatically putting her in the recreational use only category. Women who engage in these behaviors do not deserve commitment from high caliber men. Be that as it may, she still has to respect you if she's gonna let you smash. So in her mind, she's thinking, is this man emotionally strong or emotionally weak? Now, if you overreact to her flirting with someone else, that's a fail. If you beg for a response after she ignores your texts for hours, that's a fail. But if you ignore these shenanigans with poise, you pass. Because the hard truth these days is that her attraction doesn't rise when you chase it like it did back in the 50s. These are modern women we're talking about. And a modern woman's attraction rises when you stay grounded under pressure. Women don't fall in love with words, guys. They fall in love with your actions, specifically the way you handle chaos. Control equals attraction. Overreaction equals rejection. And the way you become more attractive in her eyes is passing her tests without letting her know that you're aware. Every woman's gonna test you, gentlemen. No exceptions. Quality women, promiscuous women, virgins, OnlyFans girls. They will all test you, but very few men will pass these tests. Be one of the few that passes and you will always be more successful with women than the men who overreact to terrible relationships for years and years. But guys, what this just goes to show is that just because she stays doesn't mean she loves you. Sometimes she stays because you're useful. You pay the bills, you give her security, and you boost her ego. So you're a resource for her, not her soulmate. Now, she won't fully leave you, but she'll never fully respect you either. Because deep down, she knows that you love her more than she loves you. Plus, she knows how to reel you back in. She'll give you attention when she senses you've got one foot out the door, and she'll act sweet when she needs help. She'll also feign respect when she wants to financially exploit you. That's not love, gentlemen. That's strategy. Never forget that women are emotional chess players. They'll keep you close while waiting for a better move. If she doesn't chase you, test you, or fear losing you, you are not the man she wants. You're the man she tolerates. So many men think that real love is about comfort. Newsflash, it's not. It's about desire. And if she doesn't desire you, she's just biding her time. Gentlemen, you need to stop confusing loyalty with lack of options. Just because she's physically present doesn't mean she's yours. If you learn the signs of real loyalty, you will never be a woman's emotional with this woman. But that's why I have always said that a man should never have to tell his woman how to act. If you have to beg for respect, she's already disqualified. Because the truth is that a real woman doesn't wait for instructions. instructions. She adjusts out of love. She protects the relationship, not her ego. You should never have to tell her to respect you, cover her body, cut off any guy friends, or remove random dudes from her phone. If she is yours, and if she really likes and respects you, she already knows. You see, gentlemen, a quality woman guards your name, your peace, and the image of your union without you ever asking. The quality woman understands loyalty without a lecture. She knows that attention from other men is disrespect disguised as nothing. She knows that modesty isn't oppression because she knows it's honoring her man. She knows respect isn't optional because she knows it's foundational. If a woman needs convincing to act like your woman, then she's not ready to be your woman. The right woman aligns with you naturally without you having to instruct her. And a quality woman chooses you in her actions, not just her words. Because in the end, a man never has to remind a woman how to treat him if she committed to women who talk about their exes on the first date. And guys, that's just stupidity. If her ex still lives in her head, she will never fully give her heart to you. She'll compare how you talk, how you touch, how you fight. Hell, she'll even compare how you pee. You're not a new chapter. You're just a temporary diversion. When a woman compares, she's not healing. She's benchmarking you. And guys, this is a trap because no man should ever have to fight the ghost of another man. You didn't break her, so you shouldn't have to fix her. If she still talks about him, if she still checks his socials, if she still holds on to what might have been, you are not her boyfriend. You're her distraction until she either goes back to her ex or finds someone quote unquote better. Guys, you gotta be a man she fears losing, not a therapist she emotionally. Guys, she's not gonna tell you she's using you. They never do. She'll smile, she'll laugh, she'll accept whatever you give her, and she does this all with a smile while never choosing you. She lets you pay, she lets you drive her around, she lets you listen to her drama, then she goes and smashes someone else at the end of the night. You're not her man. You are her safety net, her emotional sponge, her backup plan. She doesn't see you as a man. She sees you as a free resource with no boundaries, no limits that she can exploit anytime she wants. And the more you give, the more she takes. The better you treat her, the more invisible you become. Nice doesn't equal weak, gentlemen, but nice without standards, that's just simp. Yes, high caliber men treat their women, but only if they're respectable and deserving. A lot of my detractors like to call me a simp because of the way I treat my wife. She doesn't ask for much, but she has a fleet of designer bags, more shoes than I can freaking count, and I bought her a brand new Range Rover for her 47th birthday. None of that makes me a simp because she has absolutely earned every single thing she's ever gotten from me, tangible or otherwise. A simp isn't a man who treats a woman well, guys. A simp is a man who treats an undeserving woman well. And if she never chooses you, she doesn't want you. Do not let an undeserving woman use you, gentlemen. She's not gonna tell you, so it's incumbent upon you to recognize the signs that a woman is taking advantage of you. Moaning about their unrealistic expectations, but when you've got dudes out here gassing up threes like they're tens, this is what happens. Dude, half of these chicks got the confidence of Beyonce with the loyalty of a group chat. Why? Because all the weak men gassed them up. You got dudes out here buying flowers for women who barely text back. You got guys out here taking me selfies in her story like they just won the lottery. So you can't blame today's women for having these ridiculous standards. Because when the streets are full of simps setting the price too high, this is exactly what happens. Every single time a man with zero self-respect treats a 3 like a 10, it inflates her ego. That bankrupts the whole market. Now she's walking around thinking she's untouchable, ghosting dudes, curbing quality men, and then still have the nerve to post men ain't shit on her IG stories all the goddamn time. Guys, stop feeding average women delusion. They don't respect you for it. They clown you in group chats when you double text. They laugh at you when you send her another good morning beautiful text. Respect isn't built through gifts or validation, guys. It's built through presence. It's built through boundaries. It's built through not acting like she's rare when she's recycled. Quality women respect men who make them earn attention. Only the insecure women crave it for free, and you've got to learn the difference. So no, you cannot blame these girls for having ridiculous expectations. You got to blame the men who made a bunch of twos feel like, because male attention is the new currency, gentlemen. And these women out here are taxing you every single day. Every like, every DM, every reply you give her is free energy she cashes in. She doesn't need to sleep with you. All she needs is your validation to fuel her ego. You think you're getting closer? Nah, player. You're just another unpaid fan in her audience. You see, gentlemen, the attention economy flipped the game. Back then, all you needed to do to earn a woman's time was common courtesy, a lighthearted sense of humor, and maybe a little testicular fortitude. You know, balls. But today, it seems like you need 100K followers on IG, a fleet of supercars, and selfies of you on a yacht. Even that doesn't guarantee you'll get the time of day from even average chicks. And guess what? The guys who give her the least attention are the ones she chases the most. Guys, attention is like money. Spend it everywhere and it loses its value. Hold it back and it becomes priceless. She doesn't respect the man who gives her everything. She respects the man who makes her. She has social media. She's not a girl anymore. She's a brand. You see, gentlemen, Instagram made her the product. One post gets her hundreds of likes. One selfie gets her an army of thirsty dudes in her DMs. And every hard eyes emoji comment on one of her booty pictures is free validation feeding her ego. Once your girl is on social media, she doesn't need to be loyal. She's got an audience, and that audience never runs out. Your good morning beautiful text buried under 12 other dudes' texts under the same thing. She's not chasing love or purpose, gentlemen. She's chasing clout and easy dick. And you are the unpaid fan fueling her brand. Her sexual market value is inflated online, and you're the one trying to buy that overpriced vajayjay you'll never even sniff? Because here's the hard truth. Social media has turned women into products and men into customers. Guys, stop shopping at the Instagram thrift store and open up your own storefront by getting fit, getting paid, and getting the hell out of her. Shit tests work in a nutshell. Women shit test to see if you'll bet. Fail once, and she might forgive you depending upon how long you've been with her. Fail twice, she'll start to doubt you. But if you fail 3 times, she knows that you are not the man she wants. And at that point, her love turns to pity and her desire turns 5 things every man should know before they turn 21. Number 1, she slept with dudes uglier than you. Approach her, my guy. Don't be afraid. Number 2, if she's attracted to you, she will break all of her rules for you. She'll smash on the first date. She'll show you off to her friends and family. She'll cook for you. She will do everything to please you. And the reason for this is because women only make rules for guys that they are not into. Number 3, most players end up married. The reason for this is because they know who's good for a night and who's good for life. We have clarity because of our experience. Number 4, never stop improving yourself because you're getting sex. Because somewhere out there, there is a man skipping the gym, slacking on his side hustle, and giving up on his goals because he thinks he's fine now that he has a girlfriend he's getting regular sex from. Number 5, never commit to a woman who's afraid to hurt another guy's feelings to protect something you should consider. If you're watching a podcast and you're getting ads for female products, understand that you're listening to a podcast that caters to feelings rather than facts. Even if it's a man on a podcast talking about men's issues and doing man shit. If you're getting ads for female products and services, just understand that whatever you're watching is not going to be based on facts. It's going to be based on blindsided by these breakups. But gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, as a victim of this, breakups are not sudden. They are scheduled. She'll detach first, then deliver the bad news later. The short texts, less eye contact, busier schedule, her phone's face down when she's around you. She's taking much longer showers, girls' nights out every week, telling you, don't be insecure. She's physically present, but she's mentally gone. That's the rehearsal. And by the time she says, we need to talk, she already did to someone else. You're not crazy, my guy. You were just late. And if this sounds familiar, you're not the problem. You were just the lie. She moved on so quickly. But I'm here to tell you guys, she didn't love you. She loved the attention. She loved the comfort. She loved the version of herself she saw in your eyes. You see, you were the mirror. She was the performance. You gave her loyalty. She gave you moments. She wanted the benefits of your presence, but didn't want to pay the price associated with those benefits. She smiled when you praised her. She lit up when you adored her. But the second you need her to love you back, she vanished. Because it was never about you. It was about what your love did for her, not what she felt for you. She loved the idea of being loved, but not the work, definitely not the responsibility, and not the reflection. And when your love no longer fed her ego, she blamed you, not her emptiness. You gave her everything, and she left like it meant nothing. This is the modern woman all the time, but guys, stop believing the lie. Nice guys don't win with women. They get used, ignored, and replaced. As far as women are concerned, being nice is just another way of saying being predictable and boring. She doesn't respect men who bend over backwards. She respects men who bend her over. You think kindness is gonna win her attraction? It won't. It only wins you a ticket to the friend zone. The guys who get women aren't mean. They're men with standards. Nice is safe, guys, and safe is boring. And as we all know, the worst thing you can be in a relationship is boring. It's worse than being an alcoholic. It's worse than cheating. It's worse even than being abusive. The man who is respected is not the one who pleases. It's the one who leads, begging to be liked and start demanding to be respected. Because women don't dream about nice guys. They dream about the strong men they can admire and surrender to. So you can be nice if you want. Don't be surprised when you lose her to some as to why things went the way they did, but love ain't free, guys. Every relationship has an invisible bill. It's called emotional labor, guys. Her drama, her mood swings, her endless need for validation. And guess who pays for it? You do. You become her therapist, her punching bag, and her stress relief. And what ends up happening is that your grind slows. And what happens when your grind slows? Your mission fades. And all that energy gets wasted in keeping her happy. But here's the kicker. She doesn't thank you for it. Why? Because she expects it. And the very minute you stop paying the emotional bill, she'll call you cold, distant, and heartless. Most men these days end up broke. Not in their bank accounts, but in their spirit. Because they spent years paying a debt that was never supposed to be theirs in the first place.